Here we go. There we go. Hey guys, it's Coach KJ, and I'm here with Kinte Nance, right? And
Yes.
so Kinte and I were talking, and he said, "This book is amazing." I said, "What?" I said, "You got to share that with folks. Tell me, tell me, tell me." So Kinte, I have Kinte on the phone. I mean, Kinte on this video right now, and we are talking about.
This book.
So Kinte, when you saw the book and you said, or when you not saw it, but when you read the book, you started reading it. What did you what stood out? Like, what made you say it's amazing?
Well, it gave me a perspective on things when it came to my son that I did not even understand or even digest to even begin to think about. So, reading the book and talking about autisms or talking about brain injuries or talking about the way we were raised and taking on the pressure of things. And now these kids these days don't have that opportunity to really be put in the positions that we were in. And it might be our fault, it might not be our fault, but um, this book gave me a broader thought process or a way to see how to help my son. And that's really what it gave me the reason why I said this book's amazing.
Has your son read it?
No, he has not read it. I have not gave it to him to read it yet. I feel like he's still in a position that he's his mind is still growing. He's still accepting the situation that he's in, and I think that me being able to navigate that with this book and being able to, like I said, come at him with different perspectives that are allowing me to see things through his eyes or see things that I went through that I can now help him go through is giving me that edge. And when I think he's ready, I will let him read it. Yes, to be able to get through his more through what he's going through.
Do you think it'd be easy for him to read it, or do you think it's a little bit more complex? Like what age range do you think it would be most suitable for?
You know, that's a good question. I mean, he is in college, so I think he should be able to digest it. In his state of mind, it might be a little too much for him. But when he gets to that level that he's back on ground zero, I think he will be able to digest it and be able to read it and comprehend it and learn from it, so that he'd be a better individual as he grows to his next stage of his life.
What did you think about the stories? Were they relatable? Did you think that you could fit your story in there? I mean, could you transition something going on in your life with one of the stories?
Yes, and I think that's the reason why I really grasped it and understood it and really dove in and accepted the things that I was reading because I could see myself in it and I could feel what I was going through as a child and what I put my kids through because all I knew was this. And I might, you as a parent, you don't want to take ownership, but then at the same time, you have to take ownership to understand the different things that you have um, done, I guess you could say, or created. So, with that being said, I feel like not being able to see these things until I read the book and not being able to really visually understand or how should I say it? Trying to figure the word I want to say have a story that you can read along and then follow along and then find a way out of it by what the story ended with or how the story put the things that happened in the story and say, okay, that was me. Okay. I know let's do something that's going to better that and overcome those different things and better myself in this book.
You know what the funniest thing is, Kente? I've met with clinicians, politicians, um, lawyers. I've just met with so many different people, and I have not met one person who hasn't told me they were surprised about something, or when I just start talking with them about it, not so much have they read the book, but when we start talking about things in general, I haven't met one person who's like, "Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that." Or one person I was talking about social settings, and they're like, "Yeah, I know that." I said, "Oh, well, really?" I said, "Help me out. Help me understand." And when we started talking, they really were surprised about the depth that the book goes into. So it's not like a shallow, like, icing on the cake. It gives you a deeper understanding so that you can apply it long term. So if somebody were to look at the book and they were vacillating on buying it, why should they buy it? Why would you tell someone to buy the book?
Well, one of the reasons I would tell you to buy the book is because when you go through things in life and you have no path or no map or no, as we say, let's go with the young kids, Google Map. You don't have a way to get around things. You struggle. The book, it might not be exactly what you've been through. It might not be exactly what you want to hear, but it gives you a different perspective. And with that different perspective, it opens up different minds, thought processes that gives you different ways to go around the problem that you're dealing with in life and facing. And when you have that equipped within your toolbox, that gives you a better way of overcoming your situations and overcoming the problems and dealing with children or even dealing with yourself that if you
Coworkers?
don't have children,
I
dealing
mean,
with yourself and going through it.
but even dealing with coworkers, navigating beyond that, navigating beyond leadership, etc., understanding different personality types, right? So you
Hmm.
may be communicating something, but they may not be getting it because of what they need. So understanding what they need to fully comprehend what you're saying. So, but wow, thank you. Thank you.
Well,
So,
thank you for allowing me to have the opportunity to read your book. I mean, I was honored that you gave me the opportunity to read it. I was honored, and then listening to us when we had our conversation when we met up, and you gave me the insight on my children, on my son, and what you thought and what you just gave me your medical perspective. It turned my life around because now I saw the things I was going through.
wow,
I,
wow.
I felt the things that I dealt with as a child, the embarrassment of being dyslexic and going through the hidden motion of trying to hide, but at the same time want to shine and going through the trauma that I went through, head injuries that I went through. I got a fractured skull, so there's things that happened to me that I might not even knew that I was having trauma. I just said, get back up, as we taught as a kid, get up, walk it off. Get up, deal with it. Get up,
I don't see
you
any
know, headache.
blood. I don't see no blood. Get up.
Yeah, look at you know what I'm saying? Spit on it and rub on it and get up. You good on it. Drop some dirt on it. But those things are what when I read the book, it gave me a better relaxation for myself. So now with this book, as that says, one thing it said in the book that your brain can still heal. So with that, the trauma I've taken or done or had, I'm now trying to find a way. How can I extend my nerves system again? How can I bring it back to life so that maybe that's part of the reason why I can't remember things, or part of the reason why I struggle this, or part of the reason why I struggle that. So I'm now looking into different avenues to to overcome what I thought was my downfall, but reality was it was just something that I never knew that was
Situation.
happening. A situation I never knew was happening that I could change still, like the book said. You still can change.
Right. That some things are curable, but I'll tell you a little bit about that. I'm just not going to spoil a secret for everybody else, but there is an answer. So, but Chris, I just wanted to say, Kinte, I'm looking at crisscross. Forgive me. Kinte, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the compliments. I mean, you don't understand. It's hard to understand how important comments and feedback are because when you pour your heart into something and you're doing it over and over and over again, sometimes you miss or you may gloss over some of the details because you're so embedded in it and so invested in it until you just keep going and doing the same thing and there may be things that you're missing. So when you told me that the book is amazing and that I was spot on and I was going in the right direction, it meant a lot. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for that. Thank you for your kindness and thank you for your sincerity and thank you for support. Thank
No,
you,
you got
Jay.
it. No, thank you.